You might think you need to travel to France to get scrumptious gourmet pastries, but fortunately for us, there's a bakery much closer that has brought the fine art of baked goodies to our neck of the woods. I can't wait to go in and meet this nationally recognized pastry chef. Lexington, Kentucky is the proud home to a made-from-scratch bakery that imports many ingredients from France. That is largely because Martine Holzman of Martine's Pastries is a native of France and knows a thing or two about fine gourmet ingredients and artisan cakes and pastries. She comes from a long line of food lovers. Martine's mother was a chef in a very popular high-end restaurant in France and instilled a love of cooking in Martine, who went on to culinary school and became a chef herself. After moving to the Bluegrass and seeing the need for elegant wedding cakes in the marketplace, Martine and her husband Jim opened Martine's Pastries in 1999. Now, 14 years later, the bakery is thriving and produces 150 wedding cakes a year, not to mention the numerous other celebration cakes and pastries. Part of her success is due to her relationship with her customers, painstaking attention to detail, and commitment to using the finest ingredients. Not only do they use ingredients from France, but they also buy local ones too. Martine's butter comes from a local dairy farm, and although her flour comes from several sources, one we know very well, Weisenberger Mill. And her fruit comes from the farmer's market when it's in season. Now that's a recipe for success. I'm here with Jim and Martine Holzman, and they are the proud co-owners of Martine's Pastries.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about how you got into this. I know you're from France originally.
Yep, I grew up on the farm, and then my mom was a great chef, so I learned how to cook and to bake, and it served me later.
That's right. Well, and I read you kind of lucked into this whole industry here. You're so talented at it, but you didn't realize it until someone asked you to make a cake.
Yes, I was a private chef and a chef also for a catering company here in town when we came about 15 years ago, and then stumbled upon a couple people who asked me to do wedding cake, and I saw a niche and embraced it.
That's wonderful. Your husband also works with you here at the shop, and
yep.
He's kind of the brains behind the operation, right? I mean,
sure is.
He kind of runs the business side, right?
Yes.
Yeah, business manager. And I also, as a business manager, I'll work and coordinate with the production supervisors. So I help in scheduling the production. I do a lot of delivery, a little bit of marketing, and a lot of stuff in the background, online, computers, etc.
Now, do you get to do tasting? Is that part of your
I
job?
do tasting, yes.
Okay, see, that's the best part there. Tell me a little bit about how kind of your culinary background has impacted your products. I mean, I know you get both things imported from France,
yes.
but also you use a lot of local ingredients too.
Yes, that's how it started, because I was more familiar with some of the European product, but I found out there's some great local resources, so we started including that, which is very important to us. And then, but also based from, growing up in France, I had really the true flavor of what fresh crème fraîche was and the butter. So it really helped me have fine-tune the taste of our product here.
Well, and I know too in Europe they tend not to, it's not quite as sweet as maybe people think of here. It's not like eating a ho-ho. I mean, that's not really a pastry.
Right, exactly.
So you have kind of this fine artisan product, really.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, we believe that a product should be tasting good, but should hit you at different levels. So you can taste the chocolate, and you can taste maybe the liquor that's incorporated in it, and it hits you at different levels, and it makes it an experience instead of being overwhelming.
Right.
Once.
Yeah, like I just ate a sugar cube.
Yeah, exactly.
You get to taste all the layers, and so it is more of a complex experience.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to kind of see your operation.
Yes, thank you.
Although Martine Holzman just happened upon her cake-making talent while working as a private chef in France, her cakes have given her quite a career. She has accumulated several accolades along the way. Most recently, Martine's Pastries has garnered national attention in both Martha Stewart and Brides Magazine for her exquisite wedding cakes. One of Martine's cakes was featured in the summer 2013 edition of Martha Stewart Weddings Magazine. And the August-September 2013 issue of Brides Magazine lists her as Kentucky's top cake designer. You have been in some national publications, one of which was Martha Stewart recently.
Yes, we were very proud. Never been in Martha Stewart, and it was really a treat. We were referred to this bride. We've never met her, actually. Everything got done through emails, but she was very specific about what she was looking for, and we just enjoy each other's creativity around this cake.
Oh, nice. Well, it's beautiful. I mean, it's very sophisticated looking. And was that all silver leaf kind of on one of the tiers there?
That's what was unique about it. There were silver leaves that are kind of tricky to apply, as I found out, because we did a few, but more like horizontal. When it was people vertical, it was just another, that part of figuring out.
Well, and you've done lots of other notable cakes and been in other notable magazines, Brides Magazine.
Yeah.
I think you said 6 times you've been in that?
Yeah, 6 times, various cakes, groom's cakes, and this time we were picked as 100 best in the U.S. and we represented Kentucky. So
wow! So you are the representative for the state of Kentucky in Brides Magazine.
Yes.
That's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
Well, good. I understand. I get to kind of pretend to be a bride and talk to you about the cake and the tastings and kind of assembling one. So I'm ready to get started on that.
Let's do that.
Today, we're at Martine's Pastries on Industry Road in Lexington, Kentucky. We have met the husband and wife team who opened this bakery back in 1999. We also learned about Martine's background as a French chef and her commitment to using ingredients sourced both locally and from Europe. She has received national recognition as an exceptional wedding cake maker. All her wedding cakes are custom made, and the designs are agreed upon at a scheduled consultation. Martine takes time to get to know each client and their style and flavor favorites. She will even sketch out a cake design if needed to make sure everyone is in agreement. The consultation also happens to include a complimentary tasting with flavors ranging from classic white to bourbon to pistachio. Okay, so today I get to play the part of the blushing bride and come to you and ask you about cakes. So what would that process be if somebody was planning their wedding and they wanted to talk to you about doing a cake? How would that work?
Well, nowadays there are so many, the brides comes already with lots of ideas that we didn't have that happening before. But I always have a series of photos that we can show them of our work, but mainly I will start asking them their style, how many people they will have, their venue, and that their florist, and sometimes the vendor they have chosen will start giving me an idea of what they're looking for, and then that gives me a better fit. I can give them a better fit of the cake they might choose or might want to have. In the process, I love to sketch all the final choices they have made, so they get to see what they're going to be getting, and usually it's a wonderful tool, not only for them to see and for us to agree upon, but also for our staff to be able to duplicate that once the appointment is finished.
Right. This is a place of celebration and happy times.
Yes, and never ends without obviously doing a tasting.
Right.
And we have a panel, we have a large plate where we give them samples of various flavors that are the most popular. We always have yellow and raspberry and a pistachio, which we're very famous for. And actually, Jim, you may treat us today.
Wow, this is service.
Enjoy.
I want to teach my husband to do that. Just walk in with a plate of cakes for me to try. That's pretty good.
And here today we have our pistachio cake, our yellow and raspberry, and our chocolate.
Can we just dig in here?
Go for it.
I just may have to renew my vows so that I can go to one of these wedding cakes. That's pretty nice. Awesome.
Thank you for tasting.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I understand we might get to see you put a cake together, maybe a celebration cake.
Yes, let's do that.
That sounds fun. Not everyone is in the market for a wedding or celebration cake all the time. But never fear, Martine also offers elegant and delicious pastries at both her shop on Industry Road and at other beloved local eateries. You can find many of her goodies at 23 different retail locations, places like Doodle's Restaurant in Lexington or Wallace Station in Versailles. Martine makes a vast variety of heavenly goodies. Everything from cupcakes, cream puffs, fruit tarts, eclairs, cake truffles, cookies, tarts, and tiramisu. Okay, so I'm here with Amber Manning, and you are a pastry chef and the supervisor here at Martine's Pastries.
Yeah, well, one of them.
One of them many. Yeah, you have a great team back here of people.
Oh, we do. We have such a great team here.
Seems like you never have any fun either.
No, never.
Well, tell me a little bit about how you got started in the art of pastry making.
Gosh, I started when I was about 5 years old, and I fell in love. I really did. My first cookbook was a boxcar children cookbook, and I'm originally from Northeast Michigan, so I grew up on the water, so there's tons of snow. And the first recipe I made was vanilla ice cream made out of snow.
Oh,
yeah,
that's so cute.
And ever since then, I was hooked. Yep, I love to do desserts and pastries, and yeah, I've fallen in love, definitely.
Well, today you make many things, but today one of the things we're going to be making is tiramisu.
Yes, tiramisu is so delicious, and we sell so much of it. We can hardly keep up. We sell so much of it to a lot of our wholesale customers that are local in Lexington.
Well, I'm excited to make this.
Yeah, good, me too. Okay.
The demand for Martine's desserts have grown from wedding cakes to include celebration cakes and pastries. The world sure is a sweeter place, having so many options to choose from. You could choose a different one every day. One step inside Martine's Pastries and you will agree that all of Martine's goodies look beautiful, taste even better, and are priced for every day. Now that's reason to celebrate. I'll take a chocolate bomb. Cheers.
Cheers.